Welcome to the studio, where colors come alive, where miniature worlds and ancient tales thrive. Brush in hand, we paint what's been untold, legends of the past in hues so bold. In the depths of lore, we shape the unknown, angels and demons, old gods overthrown. With brain matter beige, our heroes shine bright, and miniature mythos, where dreams take flight. Exploring hidden lore, where tales ignite, painted models shining bright. Every color shared, every story sworn, and miniature mythos where legends are born. Every figure crafted, from orcs to vampires bite. We blend the lore, let stories take flight. We wash in the weird, the wondrous, the wild. In every painted stroke, where magic's compiled. Through realms unknown and mystical sights, our brush blends legends with epic fights. From shadowed myths to stars we trace, and miniature mythos we find our place. Exploring hidden lore where tales ignite, painted models shining bright. Every color shared, every story sworn, and miniature mythos where legends are born. From candles flicker to the screen's bright hue, we glaze through the fantastical view. Every layer of paint, every tale we weave, and miniature mythos wonders never leave. Join the quest through realms of light and shade. In the world we craft, where dreams are laid. With lore and brushwork, our palette expands, and miniature mythos where imagination stands. Exploring hidden lore where tales ignite, painted models shining bright. Every color shared, every story sworn, and miniature mythos where legends are born. So grab your brush, let the legends unfold, and miniature mythos where magic's bold. We bring out a page and the worlds we frame, we paint the adventure where fantasies aflame. The legends are born.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Miniature Mythos. I'm your host, Christoph, and I hope you're all doing well tonight. How's everyone doing? It is Thursday again, so that means we're going to be working on some miniature stuff. First of all, while I let you all get into the chat, into the stream, I'm going to check on my chat settings, because I noticed that while Custard Sire said something in YouTube, I don't see it in my heads-up display. Well, heads-up display, my teleprompter. So let's get that fixed. Let's see if I renew that. Can I? Or if I just, stop and delete this one. Let's see. The source. Yes, delete the source. There we go. This should be better. Tired, but cozying up. That's good. That's good. It is still a bit cold out. I don't know anywhere else in the world what's happening right now, but here in Belgium it's still pretty chilly, except for tomorrow. Apparently tomorrow we're going to be jumping to 16 degrees Celsius. So that's going to be a huge change, because right now it's around 0 degrees Celsius. Hey Beardo, welcome in. How are you doing? How is your Thursday going? I hope you're doing fine. Because today we are going to continue building the Booknook. Last week I started building, I don't know, mini cities? I think it's mini city, yeah. Mini cities max library Booknook, or the Beyond Library max Booknook. It's weird, so yeah. It's okay, bit weird shit at my client, but I had a beer with colleagues. That's great. Like, if you can have a beer... If you can just, like, take all the shit that comes at you and find a way to take that shit and put it to the side for you to deal with at a later date, or just process it a bit, it's fine. Like, you just need that moment of decompression. And if you have that, that's great. And now, a Booknook building. Yes, absolutely. Like I said, it's these Booknooks have like a weird satisfaction to them. Like, they're weirdly satisfying in a way that you can just, like, you're building them and you're just... Yeah, it's like achievement hunting in game. Like, every time you put something together and it's transforms from a couple pieces of cardboard or MDF, you're just like, this suddenly turns into a little cupboard. So yeah, that's amazing. You're joining me at home with my own one. That's good. I know you have the normal sized one from the version that I have. So I have the Ultra Max Big Boy Edition from the Beyond Library set, which was, again, a gift from Custard Sire from my Valentines, and we'll be creating it in a second. Just gonna wait a bit more if people still want to join. And now we're going to be heading over. Because I love you too. Yes. All these, I love all of you. I'm not going to single out one of my viewers, even though she is my actual girlfriend, but I love all of you that are here in chat watching this. Yes, teleport, even you, especially you. When I said that, when I changed the I love you to I love all of you, I was thinking, maybe if teleport's already in chat, they will want to hear this. So I was like, I love all of you. There you go. How are you doing, Teleport? Welcome in. You having a great Thursday? I always had an inkling. Yeah. That's your gut feeling. Sometimes you just know. And yeah. You know what? I'm gonna close down the bit. I'm gonna start building the Booknook now. It's really hard to get my words out today, so let me get on with that. That's this one. Oh, apparently an earthquake took place, so... Also, you guys might have seen that my lighting in the room is different. Normally I would just have like a little light there on the side. Yes, Custard Sire, I'm in the middle of my talking. So I'm not going to be drinking, but I will drink. Thank you. Normally I would just have a little desk lamp right over there, and that is... excuse me. That is my only other light source. Despite, you know, in addition to my spot and my ring light here for the camera. But last week I said, hey, you know, well, a couple of while ago, because it took some time to get here, I said I will need some more diffuse lights, some more options for lighting, because in winter, when I'm here in my desk area, in my office area, it always felt like I'm really sitting in the dark for a very long time when I'm behind my computer. And yeah, that's why I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy these LED strips that sit in the corner of your ceiling and your wall, so that they just illuminate my area a bit more. And I think they look good. Teleport, you're doing good. Excited to see the Booknook coming along. Well, let's get into it. So, my little ball here. Gonna put that to the side. Last time we actually put the dinosaur... I haven't started yet and I'm already clumsy as shit. I've put the dinosaur in there poorly, as you can see. So I will put her back in there. God damn it, it just starts falling apart completely. Okay, let's try this again, peeps. First half hour of the stream is just me, you know, fucking up everything I did last time. Or repairing what I've broken. It's escaping! Yeah, it's, you know, in honor of the new Jurassic Park movie that's gonna come out this year, I believe. Yeah, where we have to go back to the basics, like dinosaurs are escaping and everything's going to shit. But yeah, this is part 1 of the library. It's the centerpiece, basically, where everything else will be put around. So, right now, clumsy giant knocking things over. Yeah, that's me. I'm basically just Godzilla and it's like, oh, sorry. Fuck off. Yeah. Next, we will have a couple of smaller items that will be going into this display. So I'm going to put this piece to the side and get building on these smaller parts. That's personally the most favorite part of building these things. Like, you have building the general building, then you have all these little details, and then you have like the mid-sized things. Like, maybe you remember last week how excited I was just for these cupboard drawers. That's what I mean. These cupboard drawers and everything else in this Booknook is what I like the most. Like, those are the semi-small pieces that really tie everything together, that make it change from just a bit of, you know, planks together to what it is, what a cupboard is. So I'll put this to the side. All my ranting and raving, I know. And let's see. So first of all, we're going to be making a ladder. And then a desk with some books on it. I haven't made any of the books in the downtime yet. I do believe that if I have some time before the next stream, I will make some of these books and I will put them in the display during the next stream. But like I said, making these books is just busy work. You have all these little wooden pieces and you just wrap a little sticker around it. That's it. I can do that for 2 hours. There's a shitload of books. Yeah, indeed. There's a shitload of books. And while it might be fun to watch a couple of them being made, I don't think me just sticking stickers on little wooden plaques for 2 hours is going to be that interesting. So I think it's more interesting if I made like these desks and all that. But first, the wooden ladder. Let me just quickly take a look what we're gonna need. We're gonna need B4 and B5. Before what? I don't know, but... So yeah, let's get going. This is the B one. Why do I have another dinosaur? Oh yeah, that's in case the other one breaks. Which we noticed last time that it is quite fragile. And it does tend to break if you're not careful. Having thus said that, that's the reason why it broke. Well, pieces of it kinda snapped, but I don't think it looks damaged in any way. You didn't even put together all the young dudes. That's true, Teleport. I haven't, and that is a shame. Like, I really should have. I really should have put together that one. I was thinking about that, like, today. It was a shower thought. A literal shower thought. Like, you know, it's really cool to have a library like that, because in the books, like I said, in Lovecraftian tales, they all have like huge libraries with these occult texts and the Necronomicon. And I was like, hey, you know what? Maybe I do have a Necronomicon in here. I should check it out. And I was like, yeah, okay, but what is the chance that you'd have a library that has both the Necronomicon and a copy of All the Young Dudes? And I was like, yeah. So All the Young Dudes did stick in my mind. Little stair steps. Put them in here. Nope, let's put it right. That will be part of today's repertoire, is me just groaning as I push stuff in these holes. Hey. You're very welcome. Only the best for Twitch and YouTube, you know? That's the thing, you have to keep pushing till it clicks. Otherwise it'll just fall out after a while. The problem is you're putting so much pressure on this, they can't all be Necronomicons from top to bottom shelf. There need to be some LGBTQ plus fanfics in there among the accursed tomes. For realism. Yeah, I'm certain that most of these dark wizards and eldritch beings, you know, tend to like some LGBTQ fanfic. I mean, if you ask certain demographics, demons and LGBTQ are basically the same thing, so... Like, imagine you... Like, during the Satanic Panic or something like that, or the, Might be quiet here doing the books. That's okay, Beardo. You have fun with your books. You are more than welcome to just join in and work on it in your own quiet way. Now, like I said, like during the Satanic Panic, like people would just burst into people's room and they were like, God damn it, what is this? And you find like a couple books on ritual sacrifices and the Necronomicon bound in human skin, and then they just pick out one book. It's like, is this Harry Potter fanfic? God damn it! Where did I go wrong? This is the worst smut there's out there. I have failed as a mother and a father and other guidance figures. I don't know if you guys remember that, if you were too young or just not involved in it. Well, involved is saying a lot, but aware enough. But there was a time when Harry Potter just released that people were actually in a second Satanic Panic. Like, people were thinking that all these tales of witches and wizards would, like, corrupt the moral fiber of the youth. Yeah, sure. Although, if you now look at J.K. Rowling and what she's saying, pretty sure she got corrupted by something. But it wasn't wizards and witches and wizards. It's the almighty dollar. God damn it. This is quite tight. Don't want to put too much pressure on it in case it would snap, but yeah, this isn't in quite all the way yet. Ah, there we go. It starts to snap and crack. In a good way. There we go. That's some nice ass. Oh, and a part of my ring light has come down. Not my ring light, but my light at the wall has come down. Okay. I'll have to fix that. It's like in the corner, so it's probably something that I haven't, you know. My fingers are hurting even more watching you make this. Wish I could make my Booknook. Well, BB, like, my hands, I am pressing down pretty hard, and yeah, I was already hurting, so I can gather that your Booknook is now a distant priority. Okay, so that's the stairs done. How are you doing, by the way? Thank you for joining the stream. B26. Where is B26? There it is. This one. And B28. And B35. Now you guys can play bingos. Every time I say a number, cross it off your bingo card. And imagine, that would actually be like a fun addition. Like, I'm just taking out pieces. Glad to see I erased from my nap. Yeah, I took a rather long and much needed nap, and then I got up and Custard Tire took care of me and of dinner, and now I'm kind of through the malaise, the ennui that I had, so that's good. So I was thinking like, hey, you know what, I'm just gonna stream again, build a Booknook, make something positive of the day, and we'll see where it goes. Okay, so more desk stuff. Let's see, this one has to go here. I'm okay. Tired body, mind very awake. Well, then I'd say looking at something or watching a series or a stream like you're doing right now is the best thing to do, because you don't have to move a lot for that. You can just sit back, let your mind take in everything, and have the rest just sit down and rest. So, B31. B29. And B30. See how it has to be put together. Something like this. Oh. Might I recommend the Miniature Mifo stream? That's what I would have gone with when feeling tired. There is also the option of listening to an audiobook of you. If you want to rest your eyes. You will not believe it when I tell you the channel. Check out all the best narrations on YouTube. Thank you for the awesome... How should I call it? The awesome recommendation, Teleport. This is something amazing if you would spread that to all your friends and family members. Like, hey, people, guess what? You can't tell, but he blushing. Yeah, I kind of am. Like, every time someone says something nice about either my stream or my audiobooks, I am just taken aback. My first reaction is, I don't believe it. Like, the same thing when I was reading your text, Teleport, was like, no, I'm reading this wrong, something's happening, and yeah. Yeah. It's really hard for me to accept compliments, but most of you would already know that because you either know me personally or you have watched the channel for a long enough time to realize that. They are reusing between the normal size and Mega Deluxe Extra Gigasaur version. The Gigasaur version. Hey Invisible, welcome in. How are you doing? Yeah, I do believe that there are pieces that they would use between the standard version and the Gigazord. It's Power Rangers. The Gigazord version that I'm making. Like, for example, these stairs will probably be the same as yours. You also have like this little globe, this crystal globe to put in the center of your room, I gather. So... yeah, and normally there should be a lot of books in here as well, but we don't have books yet, so this is pretty much it. Okay. Nice orb. Thanks, Invisible. Thanks for complimenting my orb. I will ponder my orb later. That sounds weird. Now I actually have to glue like a lot of things in there. Wait, did I hear someone recommend the Miniature Mifos channel over on the Twitch side of things? I'll add my +1 to that recommendation. Thanks. Stranger that is completely not Teleport, but now in the YouTube chat of things. I sometimes wonder who designs these because they're made so well. Absolutely. Like, it's incredibly well put together. Okay, I've got B6. Oh, these aren't books, so I can actually make them. B6, B7. Yeah. And B8. I don't get it. They can actually make books like these, which are just the printed little pieces of cardboard. Like, why would they still have to remake them? Like, oh yeah, because then you have the satisfaction of making them yourselves. Okay. Doy. Otherwise, it's no fun. Of course it is. Okay, let's see. Papers, pages D. Pages D. This is nuts. I'm sorry, I have a horrible sense of humor. So I've got like this little sticker sheet. Now I have to fold this in half. Like this. Same with this. And then fold it like so. And then if you would lay it down, it looks like a little book. Actually does. That's nice. You silly suck-up. There is no completely different person. We're actually the worst of enemies. We just agree on this one thing. I am glad that in the grand scheme of your rivalry, you can come together on this bit of you know, I was gonna say culture, but I'm not gonna call myself culture. This piece of entertainment. Let's put it like that. I do think of myself as entertainment. Fold it like that. Fold it like this. And now fold it in half again. There we go. And we have another little paper. Yay! That's actually like this, apparently. Okay. I'm holding them upside down. And a final one, because your cupboard has to be filled with books that are open on a certain page. Because God forbid you use a bookmark. Just leave your books lying wide open. Kids, if you respect books, don't leave your books just lying wide open. That's not good for the spine of your book. Okay, let's go. This one is associated with that book, with that book. It doesn't really matter, but the little guide says so, so we might as well. I'm just gonna move my stuff forward a bit so I don't have to work as far away from my desk. Not a smart man. Give that book a good crack, fold the corner and use a highlighter on your book, people. No. No, don't do that. Books, even though you have read through a book 100 times, love a book. Love a book like it is your own child. Because that's the greatest thanks you can give a book for granting you some information, to give you new insights, to tell you a story. Books have feelings too. Let's see if my glue still works or if I have to pierce it again. No, it actually still works. God damn. Oh god, smells. To be loved is to be changed, Christoph. Yeah, no. Gonna take another drink. Guys and gals, if someone truly loves you, they don't ask you to change. All children are marked by their parents. Oh, Jesus. Hey, Dusty Tome. Joe, how are you doing? How's it going in wonderful Texas? I'm not gonna say wonderful America, but how's it going over there? How are you doing? And please ignore any political innuendos, because it's too much. Just, I'm asking, how are you doing? I'm okay, man. It's Trumpy out here. Lol, and cold. And cold. Well, you can dress for the cold. You can't dress for the Trump. Oh, this is my Trump weather clothing. I meant windy, not Trumpy. It's really Trumpy out here. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's like I said, we're not gonna let's not get into it here. I think most of us here all share the opinion that it's currently not the greatest climate. Like, you are free to have a different opinion. But like I said, with all of my comments on YouTube, if you have a different opinion, please give arguments for your opinion. Not just, you are wrong, you are ignorant, you are this, you are that. I am willing to listen to your different opinion, and I'm even willing to concede to your opinion if you argue with them. Hey, can I sneak in a quick question? Not to get too much into it. Is Invisible, is it a question for the Dusty Tome? Or is it a question for me? My condolences with the loonies at the top. Yeah. The Looney Tunes. Invisible, you can always ask a question. You know, you don't have to raise your hands. I'm not a teacher. But have you heard anything about a crypto scam and the Argentinian president? No. Did the Argentinian president do a pump and dump? Like, did they announce a crypto coin in their name or for Argentina, and then they just, when everyone was buying into the coin, they just ran away with it? Exactly. Oh my god. A president did a pump and you know, Trump was trying to do the same thing with his Trump coin, but oh my god. Also, I don't get how people still fall for pump and dumps. Like, okay, we can't judge everyone's, like, we can't think that everyone's computer intelligence, their, computer literacy is at the same level as ours, for example. But you have to be kind of living in your own world to still believe that a famous person will release a crypto coin, and that crypto coin is legit. Like, I was wondering if the news reached over there. I'll be honest, Invisible, I don't think it did. If it did, I must have looked over it. I am not a super, you know, super up-to-date dude. I'm not going to scour the news websites every day. I do it, like, some days, and then only just the things on the front page. So it could be... yeah, it could be that it's been there. It could also just be me not seeing that. My dude, the Belgian media, ain't it? That's also true. We have very biased news outlets. Like, not biased in the sense that they have political ties, but biased in what they deem important and what isn't. So yeah. Hey, can I pay for this pizza with Samuel Jackson coin? Hey, you know what, Joe? I'm sorry if I'm just calling you Joe, but it's shorter than the Dusty Tome. Joe, if Samuel L. Jackson would bring out a crypto coin, I'd still believe it, because I don't think that man's a bad dude, so... They did report on a lobster that died, but nothing useful. Did that lobster die? Like, I thought that it was being sent back to Canada to be released. Mofo coin. N-word coin. And you can't talk about it. Oh my god, that's like a perfect loophole. You can't talk about it except if you're black, so it's the crypto coin for black people. Does he look like a bitch coin? Yeah, it died the day before it was sent back. Oh, that's a shame. Like, god damn it. So for those who don't know, apparently a Belgian restaurant had ordered a huge lobster from Canada. And they were going to put that lobster in their lobster tank in the restaurant. And suddenly, people were like, what? You buy animals to eat, just such as a lobster, which is frequently being eaten here in Belgium. How dare you? And that dude's like, what? No, I'm just gonna put it... No, that's animal cruelty. And he had to send the fucking animal back to Canada. And he's like, guys, there's like dozens of other animals that are being eaten, and you're all in outrage because I made a post about this specific lobster because it's so big. You're only being outraged because you're suddenly aware that it exists. All for a marketing stunt. Yeah, I did think so too. So. I just saw a story of a dude who did the same thing with an octopus. That's really cool. I mean, octopuses, octopi, are just really cool animals. And I do believe that they are way smarter than we give them credit for. Like, those animals are scary smart. Like, there's something going on in those bulbous heads of them. And years later, he died, and the octopus died a few hours later. Oh, god damn it. No lobster news here! Well, you know, it's a slow news day when people are like, hey, you know what? The Argentinian president did a crypto scam. Yeah, but this giant lobster, though. The sell point was to fund Argentinian business, and the own president supporters bought it, and now they're pissed. Yeah, probably. Also, some people from the US got scammed too. Octopi. Pi. Octo. Hey, Sazen, by the way, welcome in. How are you doing, man? Hope you're having a great Thursday. B24. B25. The B-52 bomber! No. Sorry. B-23. Bingo! And I don't want to eat calamars now. I still think they're tasty. I don't have as much scruples as Custard Sire does in regards to eating animals. God fucking damn it, I fucked up. How did I do that? So busy thinking about the Argentinian president and their wicked ways. What is this tiny little office furniture for? A bigger project? Yes, Joe, this is a Booknook. So I'm putting together a Booknook that is basically a 1920s library. So like we see so many times in stories from H.P. Lovecraft and Edgar Allan Poe, like when they go to the reading room and the study and they have like these large libraries with boats and dinosaur skeletons and stuff like that in it. I'm gonna show you the moment I get this piece of shit together. But curse these fat fingers. There we go. That's better. Let's see. It's a Booknook. I got them from Valentine's. They're downsizing the apartment, I heard. What? They're downsizing the apartment? He was ogling it for months. You can show the front of the instruction manual, doesn't have to. Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, so, this is actually how it looks. So, like, you have the cupboard. I think I'm currently busy with, this one and that one. So, it's just a book nook you put inside your, your bookcase. And it has like lights up. It has a dinosaur skeleton. It has like a little boat maquette in here as well. So yeah, it's super complex and it's super filled. Like there's like a huge amount of work in here. So oh, they're downsizing. It's a small room. I'm sorry. I am not a smart man. I'm making a small room, yeah. Yeah, that's how you downsize. You just, you know, make everything that much smaller. Then I have more room for all my miniatures I don't paint. I got it, lol. Does the ship have tiny string for the rigging? No, it doesn't. It's made of a little piece of plexiglass. And it's pretty cool, but while making it, I broke it. Wait a second. This isn't correct. Oh yes, it is. No, it isn't. There's holes here that aren't anywhere else. Huh. That's what she said. There. Little furniture. That's something, though, teleport, that I've always been really interested in. Like one of those large ship maquettes, like the HMS whatever face, and just with the huge, complex rigging system. The problem is I don't know enough about actual ships to, you know, to do that. Like, I could follow a manual, but I don't know how satisfying that would be if you don't know anything about maritime transport. Look, it's a little bust. A little bust of a Greek philosopher like Socrates, or Homer, or Plato, or suck on these. Suck on these nuts. Boaty McBokeface in the bottle, yeah. Those books had such nice prints, only to be completely covered by the shelves above. Yeah. That's always kind of the issue with it. It's like, you know what's in there, and you can just see just enough of it to know that, oh, there is text on it, it is printed, but as you've seen on the cover picture, it will get completely covered eventually, so it doesn't really matter. Gonna make sure that Socrates stays put. That's gonna be the case with all the books, by the way, Teleport. Like, you're gonna be making a lot of these books, and then you glue those books inside the shelves. So, all the covers are more, let's say, Easter eggs for your pleasure while you're making the books than actual, you know, things to look at when they're in the shelves. Which, you know, doesn't mean it's a shame, but yeah. Books B, books A. Yeah, I'm not gonna be making those just yet, like I said. Like, I've got, like, beautiful classic pages in here. Like, these look like beautiful miniaturized books. Like, these maps and all that. It looks like something straight out of Indiana Jones. Like, maps here and all that. These manuscripts. It looks amazing. You're probably never gonna see that. But it is there. And you know that it's there. And knowing is half the battle. Okay, now I have to do something weird with this one. So I have this, and I have to fold it like this first. That. It can't stick together. That. Shit. Ah, get loose. This again. And then like that again. Yeah, but Christoph, you've got pincers for that. Yeah, I know. Put it like that. How does this even work? Okay, I'm not completely sold about this one, but there we go. Also, why doesn't Socrates stay put? Stay put, Socrates. Quick question for all our classic literature or classic Greece lovers out there. Was it Socrates that had to kill himself? Ooh, apparently I have a rocket. Yes, it was Socrates. He had to drink the poisoned cup because he was too smart for the government. Nowadays they just push you off a balcony and they're like, oh, something happened to him. I do not envy this process. Look, it's a rocket. Now I have to take this thing and put all these things on there. I think I can already do that and still add the books at a later date, so... Might not work in my favor, but then again, let's put as much together as possible. Rocket there. Don't worry, I'll show the complete overview later on the other camera, so don't worry if you can't see what I'm putting down now. I need something to keep you guys here till the end of the stream, right? There we go. That clicked. This clicked. My dinosaur is already on the move again. I do believe that at a certain point I will have to put glue at the dinosaur's feet so it's, you know, it doesn't move anywhere. There we go. How is there a modern rocket in an old library? Shut up, it's magic. No, I do believe that it is a modern library. Although, that's to be said, I do think that if you would go to, let's say, the 1970s, that some English manors, or even American manors, still had a library like that, and they would, you know, be interested, because it's the collection of their fathers, grandfathers, great-grandfathers. But they, the new owners, or the current owners, would very much be interested in everything going on with the space race. And they would then buy stuff concerning the space race. Like, at the moment, at that moment, a lot of those with a pedigree of explorers and world travelers and navigators and all that, they would, instead of, you know, gathering rocks with fossils in them, they would actually try and get pieces of moon rock from the missions that came back from the moon, of course, just to add to their collection as talking points and all that. We're questioning the ornamental rockets, but not the fanfics on the shelves. LGBTQ is always an uphill battle, Teleport. Also, you could be gay in the past. Well, people could be gay. They were not allowed to be gay, but they could be gay. Just a freestanding ladder, okay. God damn it, my dinosaur. You know what? I'm gonna start gluing you. You know, and for as long as I'm still moving that piece around, I am going to take the dinosaur off so it doesn't get damaged at a certain point. Because knowing me... Okay, we're gonna make a sofa, which is pretty cool. You can actually be seated in this library. B3. Ah, you sunk my battleship. B2. C8, we don't have that, and B34. There we go. And then we need C8. Okay, should be like this. Look how cozy that looks. And this piece looks harmful, but it isn't, because it's benign. Those of you who weren't groaning at that one, because you weren't listening. Everyone's silent because they're like, oh god, that was a horrible joke. Don't acknowledge him and he'll go away. I like this seat. Oops. I'd be careful if I were you. Making awful jokes like that around your own crowd can leave you beaten. It's a good one. Mad respect. Also, you'd think that, oh, okay, you know what? This looks like a seat. This looks like a sofa. This is probably done. Like, this looks good enough. No, there is more. There's going to be cushions in it. And a book, because of course there's going to be a book in there. Look, more pieces. Yes, wonderful. How do I have to orient them? Are they just squares? I think they're just squares. Comfiest seats in the house. Absolutely. No, lie down. No. Lean back. Lean back. Look. Oh, shit. Now it's out of range. There we go. Look at that. Little cozy spot to lay down. To get seated. Have fun. Read a book. Best viewers? I don't think so. Thank you, Custard Sire. Now I need a book with pages. Book with pages. Book with pages. Okay. Let's see, is there a book with pages? Book covers, pages, sketches. I don't have a book with pages here. Oh yeah, folding books. Is it that? I think they mean book with pages, a folding book. Yeah. Banhammer! You already have the best viewers. Indeed, Invisible. I can't ask for better viewers than I already have. And of course, those who are thinking of leaving a follow or liking and subscribing and stuff like that. Oh, okay. So apparently I can't put a book together. Let's see. So, I have a book cover. I have to put that down there. God damn it. Shit. Okay, yeah. Okay, it's down there. And then I have to take one of these things and just fold it and put it in there. So let's see how that'll turn out. How do I have to start folding? Make sure that I do it the right way. Okay, outwards, inwards. Outwards, inwards, outwards. Inwards. Outwards. Inwards. Outwards. And you guys might have guessed it. The next one. Inward. And finally, outward. Thank you for joining my stream of Outward Inward with Christoph here on Miniature Mythos. I hope you have a outwardly good day. An inwardly good day as well. Okay, so now we have like this little book here. Like it's very crude, but you can actually page through it, as you can see. I wanted to listen to audio of all the Conan stories and stumbled upon your work. It's awesome. Thank you. Mordikill, thank you. I have seen you liking the stream and following on YouTube, and I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the Conan stories. Those are one of the favorite stories, or those are the most favorite stories for me to read on the channel as well. So keep an eye out because there's gonna be way more in the future. But thank you for your support and for following me. There we go. And now we have a little book. Here. Look at that. It's a little book with text in it. And now I can paste this book right here on the sofa. Stay put, will you? There we go. Oh, that looks lovely. That's something, all right. So that's our couch for the moment. Let's see what we're going to be building now. What is? Oh, this is a rather big bookshelf. So let's see. What time is it? It's 9:10, so we have more than enough time. Great. Let's get to it. See, that's special. I think, yeah, and we have finished the second piece of sprue. That's correct. It's a sprue. C15. Let's see. That is right over here. Oh, and I have another C15. C19. No, C16. But it can be forgiven because it's upside down, and a 9 upside down is a 6. As I have to explain to you guys, since no one has ever realized that in the history of forever. Okay, so we've got this now. That's the floor. Putting up like this. Like, teleport, that is like the example of what I meant like earlier. Like when you were saying like, hey, can I perhaps, you know, recommend miniature mythos? Like now with Mordesil or Mordekill, I don't know how to pronounce the name completely. Like, I think that's just amazing that people stumble upon my content, they like the way I narrate, they're just excited to read or listen to the stories, and then they leave something nice to say. And they're like, hey, I like the way it sounds, I like the way it looks, I like your voice, I really like these stories, just that. And yeah, that's something that's... I just can't get past that sometimes. It's really humbling. And I love it. That's because I just like reading those stories. I like reading those stories. I like narrating those stories. I like thinking about those stories. I like living those stories. But yeah, it's weird. But I love it that there are people who share a passion. Like Conan. Personally, I really liked A Witch Shall Be Born, which was, you know, the one that I did last week. So last Sunday. I really liked that one. There's a lot in that story, so... Hey, Steven, welcome in. Hope you're all doing good. I'm doing fine, Steven. I hope you yourself are doing great as well. What is a miniature Mythos narration you would recommend to a new listener? Oh, that's a good one. Which one would I recommend to a new listener? I would say it's might be very stereotypical or cliche, but I would say the Call of Cthulhu. I've did a remaster of my original narration of Call of Cthulhu because back then I just read it live on stream and I did an audio capture of it to put it on YouTube. That was my very first audiobook that I did. It wasn't even recorded as an audiobook, it was recorded as a stream. And it was just full of flaws and the audio was off balance and it sounded horrible. And then a while back I said, well, since it's still one of Lovecraft's most influential stories, it's a shame that my rendition of it, being, you know, a year later, which is like 52 audiobooks later, is still so shite. So with the new setup, with new insights, with the new way of doing my audiobooks, I did a remaster of it. And I'm really happy with where that ended up. So if you want to get into narrations, into audiobooks, into weird fiction, and like a gateway to other stories I have on the channel, I do think that Call of Cthulhu is a good one. Another one would be the Conan story, The Halls of the Dead. That one is also a pretty good one. It's the one with the slug throwing up on the thumbnail. So it's rather easy to find. Also, for those who watch my stuff or have taken a look at my videos lately, especially my older videos, you might have noticed I have updated all of my older thumbnails. So all my thumbnails have been updated to the current style, with the current font and colors, just to make sure that they're all like uniform and readable. Because while I liked the original style that I did for my thumbnails, a couple of my friends pointed out that they aren't quite easy to read if you see them in a list. So I updated them to have a bit, you know, to be a bit more clearer and readable. So if you would go through my video page and you select oldest videos first, you will notice that most of the thumbnails are now in the same style, font, colors, etc. Not that it really matters, but you know, I'm just saying it. Hey, but Steven, if you're still here, how are you doing, man? I know all of us at the Weird Fiction Hub, we've been very busy lately. We have had our own troubles with sickness, with political stuff, with just work in general and life. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Same with Joe. So for people who don't know, through YouTube, I have learned, I get to know a couple of people, including Stephen Sinclair, who is an author, and the Dusty Tome, Joe, who is, like me, a narrator, but he also does audio and music in a much larger capacity than I do. And together with other channels, we kind of, met up online, and we're just, hanging out, sharing opinions, stories, ideas for our content, and all manner of stuff. So we actually wanted to make kind of like a weird fiction book club out of it. And it's just fun. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, Stephen is an author, and if you would go on my channel and look up The Lion at the Turn of the Tide, that story is written by Stephen. And I had the good luck of being able to narrate it. You'll find more of his work on the Dusty Tome, as well as on I Read Books and Tales of the Crypt Keeper, but Tales with AI, because it's made with AI. There you'll find like a whole collection of Stephen's stories. And they're really good. They're really fun stories. Well, fun is saying a lot, but... Oh, I like that one. There you go. This is a really complex cupboard. I really wonder how it's going to end up looking in the end. C12. Oh, okay. Apparently here I have to watch out because these are not symmetrical. So as you can see, like, this attachment is a bit lower on the piece than this one. So I have to make sure that it's aligned properly. Like this. That would also totally be me. Just... I really have to make sure they're aligned properly. Puts it in wrong. God damn it. Why am I like this? Beardo, how is your Booknook coming along, by the way? Because you're making a lot of books now for your Nook. Sounds weird. Damn books. Two shelves to go. Two shelves out of the 4? 5? Then it's the chandelier and the roof. No. The chandelier. I'm gonna sway from the chandelier. From the chandelier. 10 shelves. Oh, you're almost there. I think the first Stephen Sinclair story that I've heard / read was actually Frantic Frank and the God damn it, Frantic Frank and the... It was on Joe's channel, on the Dusty Tome. It's like the perpetual motion machine. Is it Frantic Frank and the Perpetual Motion Machine? I think your version of Rats in the Walls was a lot of fun. I also dig The God in the Bowl because all the narrators on that one are super ultra fantastic and good looking too. Of course you'd say that. For those who don't know, because we're in that little group, we often do like little guest roles for one another. And in my Conan story, The God in the Bowl, Joe has a rather significant part to play as Demetrius? Was it Demetrius? Like a sort of police inspector who was on the case to try and frame Conan for murder. And he did a great job of it. So it is a really good story, actually, to get into it. It's not action heavy, so it's not a typical Conan story. But it is a fun read. It's a fun tale. If you know a bit about the Conan world already. Like, I haven't had a single bad Conan story, like, throughout the entire thing. Like, there are stories that I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. That I'm like, okay, I'm glad that I've read it, but only because I don't have to read it again now. Well, it's never that visceral. It's more like okay, now I've read it, I don't have to read it again for a couple of years. Like I have it in my head and that's it. But with Conan, all of those stories I just enjoy, like, a lot. And the thing is that sometimes I think like, oh, you know what? I want to listen to that story again. And then I'm like, yeah, but listening to myself narrating is kind of weird, right? So I just don't listen to them, even though I've narrated the stories themselves. It's like, nah. Oh, apparently I need to make a special piece for here on top of it. So I need the U part. U. Is this U? No. U. Okay, this is U. U25. U25. It's this one. It's a little plastic piece. Paper 1, pages C. Okay. What am I going to do with these things? Oh. Okay. That's quite interesting. Get this protective film off there. Yes, let's go. Gonna clean it up a bit because my hands are, of course, staining this thing to no end. I have to stick this here.
Stretch.
Custard Tire, thank you for the stretch. I will do that in a second. And thank you for the hydrate. I will also do that in a second. So as you can see by what I'm building currently, these are all just like display cabinets. Ugh, I hate this Nuka World DLC on Fallout 4. You do? Why is that? It's the one where you actually go to like a Nuka-Cola theme park, right? It's the worst one. Yeah, and you lead raiders. Why would you lead raiders? Those are my least favorite people in Fallout. Raiders! Honestly, you want to go around and shoot them all. Yeah. No option to be a good guy and to do the actual story. I ended up killing them. Okay. This is weird. Like, look. I really like that it has like these strips hanging there, but huh. And super mutants. Oh, great. I don't like super mutants at all. Like, super mutants are... I also think that in Fallout 4, there are way too much super mutants. Like in the others, you can have a super mutant, and it's like, okay, you have just a handful of super mutants, and they never come at you in great quantities. But I feel like in Fallout 4, there's like a dozen super mutants at a time sometimes, and it's like, this is a lot of super mutants. Carrying mini nukes, yeah. Those I don't mind, because if you're quick enough and you can actually hear them coming, you can just switch on VATS and just shoot the nuke before they get to you. In theory. I'm gonna have to glue this, because this isn't gonna end up staying together. Feel. I don't VATS, I play it as a shooter. You monster. You maniac. Although I have noticed that while Fallout 3 and New Vegas are better if you play it with VATS, I think Fallout 4 is indeed better just played straight, because the VATS isn't working as great as it is in other games. As in, like I said, Fallout 3 and New Vegas. And they explain why the super mutants are around in such a number. Okay, that could very well be. I haven't played Fallout 4 in such a long time. Like, I've started playing it again a while back, like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. But never got too far in it. The Institute was researching the virus and escaped the Commonwealth, so it's more super mutants. Ah, yes. Just like it happened with the coronavirus. Also, I don't believe that it's, you know, a lab-grown virus, coronavirus. Like, I don't believe it in the sense that I can believe it. I just don't really care about it at the moment to think about it. Okay, gonna make another book with pages here. So let's see if I can make another one. Has any of, or did any of you already play the Fallout London game? Like the mod that they brought out where you can play Fallout in London. Like complete with its own story and its own weapons and NPCs and all that. Apparently it's really good. It's got a lot of attention a while back, but right now I don't hear anything of it anymore. Like I said, because I'm kind of out of my Fallout play moment. I'm not in the mood to actually start playing it. God damn it. Little book, why you so difficult? There we go. Now we're gonna stick this to it. And we've got another little book. I really like this. This is for me what makes it fun. Like, there, we made a little booklet. I mean, this entire thing is fun. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Why would I lie? I mean, don't I look completely trustworthy to you? I don't know why I said it like this. Here I have Books A again, which I think I will still have to make at some point. Yeah, Books A is just like here I just need to fill all these shelves with books. And yeah, again, I don't have the books yet. So, can't do it yet. You heard it. Can't do it. Not today. Stars. For those of you who get that reference, congratulations. Well, for some reason, yesterday I was like, you know what? I want to rewatch the Disney's Aladdin animated movie. I just watched it and I was like, this movie is way shorter than I remember it to be. It's like, okay. And of course, when I was a kid and I watched it in Dutch. Because obviously. And now I've watched it in English because I was like, yeah, I understand English, I'm gonna watch it. And a lot of my nostalgia comes from the voice acting. And yeah, that was completely different. Like, I knew Robin Williams did Genie, but like the voice of the Dutch Genie always sounded right to me. And then now to hear Robin Williams do it, it's like, yeah, it's good, but there were some really great moments in the Dutch version as well. And I don't know, I didn't get my nostalgia fix from it, because it wasn't nostalgia. Because the voices were different. And the same with Hercules, because after I was done with Aladdin, or Aladdin, depending on how you want to pronounce it, I was like, okay, you know what? I want to rewatch the Hercules movie, the Hercules cartoon. And yeah, it's kind of the same. Like, there's some really good stuff in here, but then again, like, the only one that I was like, no, there were two characters. Okay, no, Hercules was way better. Hercules was way better because Hades was awesome. Meg, her voice actress, was amazing. And Phil, because Danny DeVito. And I really liked those because when I was young, I never had those. Because they were voiced by someone else. And having the original voices, that was way better. Same with Mulan. If you go through the Dutch version of Mulan, you're like, okay, you've seen that. And when you listen to the English one, you're like, that's good, even better. But with Aladdin, like the only voice I was really impressed with was Jafar. And I know what you're gonna say, like, yeah, but Robin Williams did Genie. Yeah, Robin Williams was good, but because I know it's Robin Williams, the only thing I can hear is Robin Williams doing his bit. And that's kind of a shame. And when I heard Jafar, and Jafar saying all of his lines in different ways, that was a really good voice. Like, I don't know if it was still Vincent Price, because I don't know how old Vincent Price got her when he died, but it sounds really Vincent Pricey, and it's really good. Now, that tangent over. I don't know, how did I actually get there? How did I get on this tangent, people? Guys, you gotta stop me from going on tangents like this, because shakes my head at you guys, like, you could have stopped me. Also, we had on Kids TV here in Belgium, in Flanders at least, we had the Disney Festival which was each day at, I don't fucking know, a certain time. And they showed the Disney series. So sometimes that was Winnie the Pooh, sometimes that was Darkwing Duck, sometimes that was the Aladdin animated series. And a lot of the Dutch voice cast was the same for the Aladdin series as it was for the Aladdin film. Why? Because, well, they're just voice actors. They dub over the movie and they are free to actually do other things. Unlike, for example, someone like Robin Williams, who will probably not have voiced Genie in that animated series. And, yeah, it's... I think the reason why a lot of those voices stayed with me is because we had those series, like, they always came in, like, short bouts, so it would be, like, 2 months, like a month of Aladdin, then a month of Darkwing Duck, then a month of Gummy Bears, a month of Winnie the Pooh, a month of, what's the one with Baloo, where he's an airline pilot? Oh, god damn it. The Rescue Rangers is also one of those series. Like, we had that. God damn it. Now I'm thinking. Baloo as an airline pilot. Right? Not an airline pilot, but like a pilot with his watercraft. Tailspin. Is it Tailspin? Yeah, Tailspin. Teleport. Yeah, indeed. Tailspin. So yeah, a lot of those voices we or at least I associate with those characters that I saw then. Like, probably if I would watch Darkwing Duck now, because I have been thinking about, hey, you know what would be cool if I just rewatched Darkwing Duck, because Darkwing Duck was basically Batman. Only Duckman. Duckman. Sorry, that's Duffman. When I see clips of Darkwing Duck, I'm like, what the fuck's up with his voice? Why? Because I'm used to the Dutch voice from when I was a kid. And it's weird. Tailspin? Yes, indeed! I read books. Welcome in. Hey, Pete, how are you doing? So, the entire collection of the Weird Fiction Hub is here. Now we just need Nigel, and we're complete. How are you doing, Pete? How are you feeling? I heard you were, or I read that you were sick, or a bit sick-ish. Damn. Tailspin. All these old shows. I also like the Rescue Rangers. Like, for some reason. Again, if you see those clips again, it just brings back a flood of memories. It's amazing. Okay, so we have finished a couple of new pieces of furniture. So that means we're going to be putting them on the main stage. Let's see. Again, I need to assemble more of them and put some books on there. So it's not completely finished yet, but we will. Since now they're still quite reachable. So we already put them in here. See where it goes. There. I don't think I'm gonna be... I can still take it out. It's Isn't Darkwing Duck's original voice the same as the one of Winnie the Pooh? let's get dangerous. Oh, bother. I wouldn't know, Pete. Like, that would be really weird. Like, of course, voice actors have range. They can obviously put in effort to make their voice sound different, but that's kind of weird. Okay, so guys, yeah, it's about time. I am going to shift over to the other camera. Yeah, Pete, sorry, you're kind of catching me on the end of my stream. Yep. Breaking down my infrastructure here. There we go. Hey. Hello. Yeah, that's also something that you learn when you get older, is like all these voice actors are like, it's all the same people. Well, not all the same people, but you suddenly realize like, oh, this dude has the same voice actor as that one, and this one sounds very much the same as the other, and it's really weird. Like I complain about it because I'm a dungeon master for D&D, and I complain a lot about Matthew Mercer. Why? Because a lot of people try to start playing Dungeons and Dragons with me, and they were expecting Critical Role, and they were expecting Matt Mercer from my DMing, and I kind of started hating Matt Mercer for that. He can't help it. It's just, you know, people not being able to differentiate between what the real game is and what Critical Role is. And then, you know, every time I hear Matt Mercer in a role on an animated show or anywhere else, it's like, oh, that's Matt Mercer. And I can't hear anything else but Matt Mercer. And that's horrible. That's a shame, because the guy is actually a pretty decent actor, or a voice actor. And it's just like, yeah, he got... And then you realize Luke Skywalker is in like every animated movie ever. Yes, and the shame about that is it's either Luke Skywalker or it's the Joker that you're hearing. So yeah, that is my... That's kind of the shame I feel with Mark Hamill, is that it's usually that you're like, huh, this character sounds like the Joker, and then you look it up, yeah, it's Mark Hamill. And it's like, ah, dude, you can do way better than just the Joker voice. Why do you do that? I think it's the same actor. I could actually look it up. I'm not gonna. Not while on stream. Came home a tad earlier than usual. Glad that I at least got the end of the stream. I appreciate it, Pete, that you are joining. All the support is welcome. You know that, you know, just as I, that as a content creator, every little bit helps. So, we have been working on our Booknook. For those who haven't seen it yet, I will show another picture. This is what we're actually building. A Booknook, a large library. And this is how far we have come. So as you can see, we've got a lot of furniture set up already. We got a little ladder, we got a rocket, we got our sofa. So now I believe we're going to start building like around it. So yeah. Again, I've taken out the dinosaur because he kept falling over. I'm probably going to glue the dinosaur in there. But I want to take my time for that, just to make sure that I don't ruin that see-through plastic floor that he's standing on. Because, yeah, the moment that you glue it, it becomes, you know, opaque. So. Just gonna put this to the side here. Anyway, guys, thank you all for joining me. I hope you're all having a great day. You're having a great evening. Tomorrow's Friday. I was about to think like, Am I correct? Is tomorrow Friday even for other time zones? Yes. Yes, I do believe that tomorrow is Friday for everyone. Except for some people for whom it already is Friday. But I don't think there are people like that in chat here. So, take heart, weekend is upon us, just one more day, and we're there. I hope you all had fun. I had fun building it. Like I said, I had a bit of a down moment today, and I'm glad I got through it and actually went live to stream making the Booknook, because I got a lot of energy out of it, and of course I got a lot of energy talking to you guys. I'm going to reiterate what I said at the beginning of the stream, and I love all of you. Because, yeah, this is just amazing. Getting to talk to all of you, sharing a hobby, sharing interests, just making jokes. There we go, teleport. You know. You know that one's especially for you. But again, guys, both on Twitch and on YouTube, thank you for being here. Thank you for all of the support, for following, for liking, for subscribing, for all of the things that you're doing. And BB, thank you for the company. No, thank you for being here. It's just amazing that to see you guys here. Maybe not every time, maybe not every week, but from time to time that you do like to come in and, talk to me or listen to what I have to say. We love you too, man. Everyone, indeed, like Joe says from the Dusty Tome, have a great day, have a great Friday, have a great rest of the evening, and I hope you have a great weekend coming up, and I hope to see you all again here on Miniature Mythos next week. Everyone, I'm Christoph, signing off. Good night. Bye.
Welcome to the studio where colors come alive, where miniature worlds and ancient tales thrive. Brush in hand, we paint what's been untold, legends of the past in hues so bold. In the depths of lore, we shade the unknown, angels and demons, old gods overthrown. With brain matter beige, our heroes shine bright at Miniature Mythos, where dreams take flight, exploring hidden lore, where tales ignite. Painted models shining bright, every color shared, every story sworn, at Miniature Mythos, where legends are born. Every figure crafted, from orcs to vampires bite, we blend the lore, let stories take flight. We wash in the weird, the wondrous, the wild, in every painted stroke where magic's compiled. Through realms unknown and mystical sights, our brush blends legends with epic fights. From shadowed myths to stars we trace, at Miniature Mythos we find our place, exploring hidden lore where tales ignite. Painted models shining bright, every color shared, every story sworn, at Miniature Mythos where legends are born. From candles flicker to the screen's bright hue, we glaze through the fantastical view. Every layer of paint, every tale we weave. At miniature Mythos, wonders never leave. Join the quest through realms of light and shade. In the world we craft, where dreams are laid. With lore and brushwork, our palette expands. At miniature Mythos, where imagination stands. Exploring hidden lore, where tales ignite. Painted models, shining bright. Every color shared, every story sworn. At miniature Mythos, where legends are born. So grab your brush, let legends unfold.